Namaste and welcome to today's session of interview. Hope you all are having a good time. Guest for today's episode is an amazing personality. When I say amazing, I mean it. What's special about him is he is one who believes in getting better day by day. He likes to address himself the lion in his field. Generosity, simplicity, and I must say humorous is his way of interaction. He also addressed himself to be skilled than talented. He is from the field of wildlife photography, a renowned wildlife photographer of India. He has inspired many, including me, by his work. So, what are we waiting for? Let's welcome Avijayta Gupta. Thank you, sir, for accepting my invitation to be interviewed by me.
Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you, Pallavi. It's my honor to be on your channel, and I'm really happy that I can share my experience with your audience as well as my audience. Thank you.
Yes, sir, I'm really thrilled to get into the conversation as soon as possible. Finally, we have got the chance to sit down after three
exactly.
long weeks.
It's been a very busy schedule for last 3 weeks. I've been so busy. So yeah, finally we got time to sit down.
Yes, sir. Moving on to the first question, I would like to know, as well as my audience, that how did wildlife photography started to you? As per my knowledge, you are from an engineering background. You are into a profession related to this. So, sir, please solve the mystery for all of us from the beginning till
Actually, I've been into wildlife photography. It's like when I was not having DSLR or any other camera, I was having my mobile phone. So I used to click photographs from my mobile phone, and I had a dream to buy a camera. Then as soon as I bought camera, initially I used to get into the other areas of photography, like product photography and street photography. But after that, I got a chance to get into somewhere in wildlife photography, and then it started. It's like the story was, I was standing on my balcony. I saw one bird flying in front of me. I clicked a photograph. I found some mistakes in that photograph, that the picture was not clear, and then I then I did it with different settings, and then I got my first picture. First picture really good, and after that I start shooting more birds around my area. I go out from my house. I went out from my house, and I found new birds around my place. Then after that, when I came to know that there are many more birds out there, I got to know that where I can find those birds, and and after that I started roaming around. I started traveling, and then I really found that this is my interest, so I get into it.
Okay, my next question was on that only, and you have already answered that why only wildlife photography.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, at present you are doing very well in birds photography, and yesterday only you have acclaimed a very good number of followers on Instagram. So congratulations on that also, and all the best for your next adventure too. So sir, what fascinates you to the field of birds photography, as you are really doing a great job?
Actually, there is something special I have in my heart for birds. I always, even though if I don't have camera in my hand, I always love to see birds flying, love to see birds having their feeds, love to see birds fighting each other. Each and every behavior of a bird, of a single bird, no matter what species it is, I love to see it. So it is my interest in birds, you can say that, and to capture them with my camera is like one more interest to capture what I see, that I capture with my camera, so that I can share that moment which I saw with my camera, and I can present it to my audience. So that's the really thing which I want to share with my audience, that what interest I have and what you can say uh, what I can show to them.
When it comes to Abhijat Gupta, what are your preparations before any expedition in the field? Is there anything that you don't forget to keep in your bag before going to wildlife photography?
Yeah, see, it depends on the weather or on the climate. If I am going in summers, so my first preference is to keep a bottle of water with me, something to eat, and of course my equipments, my camera, my tripods, my lenses. Also, if I'm going somewhere where, if the place is new for me, I usually keep someone with me, so that if I don't feel alone there, because if the place is new, the things become really worse. So I always keep someone with me, maybe some budding photographer, maybe some a friend of mine. So it happens sometimes, but usually I prefer to go alone. So I usually go if the weather is, you can say, it's summer, I go very early in the morning, like 4 or 5. I leave home, and then before sunrise, when and started heating out, I used to come back to my place, as the birds also disappears when it's really hot outside. If you're going in winters, the weather is pleasant, and if there's sun shining, the fog is not there, and you can really shoot for the whole day. So main thing is, if you're going outside, keep a bottle of water with you, have something with you to eat. If you going to a very unknown place, really unknown place, keep someone with you to just have a company with you. Okay, and yeah, that is it.
Coming to the equipments or lens, anything, how do you perceive the advanced technology in
See,
cameras?
the thing is, what suits me is something that which I buy what I require. There are there are lots and lots of technology on which I can spend a lot, and I can buy the technology. But the thing is, as I always say to my audience, that do not spend too much on the equipments. Buy the equipments which is only required to you. So so do not spend too much. The basic requirement is that you should have a basic level camera first. Initially, if you are starting the wildlife photography, you should have a basic camera with you and a good lens. That is it. So if you have multiple lenses, like 400 mm lens or 600 mm lens, that is enough for you, and a good camera having good features. So basic level camera will do. Any basic level camera will be suitable for wildlife photography, and if you have kit lens, 250 mm lens, that is also okay. So when you increase sharpening your skills, after that you can go for further more advanced equipments. So once you know that you are made up for wildlife photography, then yes, then you can go and purchase more things for you.
Okay. What are your focuses, means what are the factors that you concentrate on while shooting any means in the wildlife photography field? Anything?
See, the main thing is what I want to show a story in my photographs. So, what I see when I'm out in the field, what I see, I shoot. So, the most important thing is what you are telling your audience from your photograph. So, your photograph must say something in the particular. If I'm taking a picture of a bird, but that bird is only sitting on a branch and doing something, that story comes out, and that bird is hunting, or that bird is playing with its partner. So that story must come out. So I always look after to get a story. There are so many challenges that I always face. It's like traveling to various places. First of all, finding those places that where I can find good birds or good animals to shoot. What happens is that many times I go to some place, I didn't find anything, so my whole day, my travel, my expenses are wasted if I don't get even one picture. So I used to do research first, that yes, on this particular place, I can let's say 80% sure that I can find something. After that, I go to that place, and yeah, most probably most of the time it happens that I find something, at least something there. So so that my travel, my expenses are not wasted. The one thing is that another challenge is to control the light to get a good picture, because traveling so far, and after that you will not get a good picture. Again, your efforts, your traveling, your hard work, both goes in vain. So getting a good picture, having a good light, having your equipments ready to capture that particular moment, these are the challenges you have to keep in mind while thinking that yes, this is the species which is new for me, and you only get few seconds to click the pictures. So keep yourself ready, keep your mind ready. These are the things which you can have in your mind before going out.
Really, it seems that you have to go through hardships to get a good picture at the end. Sir,
Yeah.
any funny moments that you would like to share with our audience related to any photography field?
Funny moment is like I was once I was there was a lake near to my place. I can't say near; it's about 45 kilometers away to my place, but it's the nearest lake to my place. So once I went there, I saw many birds flying in front of me. So I put my camera on tripod and I was about to click the pictures. So seagulls was there. I was about to shoot seagulls at the time. It was a winter time, and seagulls was migrated from somewhere to India, and I was about to shoot seagulls. So the thing was, at that time, seagull was attracted towards my camera, and they were keep on attacking to my camera, and they were like jumping to my lenses and jumping over me. So but unless after that time I got some good pictures, and yeah, so that was the funniest thing. I think that when you are focusing on some bird, they also focus on you, that they know that you are around, and they even don't want you to shoot them, but it's up to you that how you manage to shoot them.
Okay, you really had a very good experience related to seagulls.
Yeah.
Okay. If I am a beginner, I want to start my journey in wildlife photography, and I bought a camera and I will come to you. Then what would be your suggestions to me as a young aspirant?
See, if you're coming to me to be a wildlife photographer, see, wildlife and photography both are different things. First of all, you have to learn how to adjust yourself in wildlife. So first of all, I ask you to keep your camera aside. Just go to any jungle and see animals with your eyes, not with the camera. First, for first few visits, I want you to go to the jungle or in wildlife without camera. Just go there and find birds or find animals with your naked eyes. So once you are able to do that with your naked eyes, you are able to find birds, you are able to find animals with your naked eyes. After that only you are able to use your camera. So for first few visits, go out in jungle, go out in wildlife around you without your camera and find species, find birds with your eyes. Then after 2 or 3 visits to jungle, then take your camera and then start clicking the pictures. And once you start clicking the pictures, and you'll go again and again to that particular place, you'll get you come to know that yes, I'm able to find more birds, I'm able to find more places where I can find the birds. So it's like you have to keep on doing that for years and years. It's not like 1 or 2 times. It's like you need to do this thing for continuously years and years. Then only you'll be able to become a very fine wildlife photographer.
Any suggestions to the parents of young aspirants? Because nowadays many youths are into the means they have interest in photography, but how would they means adapt to their notions of their parents in this field, because some parents may allow and some parents may not allow them to go into this field.
Yeah. See, I would like to request from. I have a request from parents to give freedom to your child, because if someone is having really having the interest in photography, in wildlife photography, he'll do a real hard work to get into it, to start earning from it. So I request to the parents that please allow your child, but allow your child after he completes his studies. I really don't suggest anyone to leave studies. I don't want anyone to think about photography before completing the 12th, the intermediate. Before, if you are in 10th standard, you please don't think about photography. And if once you are done with your 12th, then after think about the photography. Okay, because I want you guys don't to be distracted, because studies are must. So once you're done with the 12th, after that you can join graduation in photography. So after that, think of photography. And I request parents, allow your child to do whatever your child wants to do.
So this must be helpful to them and also a very inspirational one. My next question is,
Thank you.
wildlife photography is the symbol to its conservation, and photography is also the future. What you have to say in this context?
See, if I'm a wildlife photographer, I love nature. Everyone who is into wildlife, either it's a forest officer, either any conservationist, either we have guides, we have national park guides, we have forest officers, we have forest you can say forest guards. Everyone there outside who is related to wildlife always wants wildlife to be there. So as a wildlife photographer, I want wildlife to be safe for the next generation, because when we are doing things for our interest, wildlife gives me satisfaction, wildlife gives me mental peace. So when this thing will not be there, how I'll be getting the mental peace? So I request people out there to conserve wildlife, to conserve wild animals, because when we save wild animals, the food chain will be there. If we don't save, there will be no food chain. So, and we are also a part of that food chain. So we will also be suffering if we not conserve wildlife and wildlife animals and birds. So please save wildlife.
Sir, my next question is on stereotypes. So breaking of stereotypes means you can see that people are more to this. Men can easily go to the field of photography, but sometimes the women are seen to lag behind in this term. Although there are many women who are doing outstanding job in this area. So what are your viewpoint on this breaking up of stereotype in the present day world?
See, what I feel is right now, women are working together to men. Talking about this question is like we are talking we are talking in 90s, that when we have the differences like the rights of women and the rights of men. But nowadays both are equal, both are doing very good, both are coming out from their houses, both have cameras, both have that courage to go into wild. So I don't think so right now there is any discrimination between men or women. So women are also doing well, and it's like right now the parents are allowing the girl to go out and have their career in wildlife photography, and they can go out, they can go in wild. In India also there are many women who are really very fine wildlife photographers. They are on the top right now. So saying this, that women are lagging behind in this field, is not true. Even women are not lagging behind in any field in either it's a professional field, either it's a technical field, or any field is there. Women are working together with men. So right now there's nothing stereotyping in this.
Owing to your wildlife photography developments as of now, what are your future plans? Have you planned something more, or what will be your next work? So please let us know about it.
I'm looking to go into the conservation of wildlife. Along with that, I want to spread the awareness to save wildlife. And yes, as right now, what I'm doing, I'm sharing the knowledge of photography, wildlife photography, and bird photography on my Instagram channel. So Instagram, I have a Telegram channel. The link is there on my Instagram bio, and I'm on Facebook with the same name. And very soon I'll be coming on YouTube with my videos, my photography learning videos, and my wildlife adventure videos too.
Okay. The links will be provided in the description box also. Audiences can go through the links.
Yeah.
There. Sir, my next, I would like to know what is your biggest motivation and support relating to balancing of both professional life and this photography?
It's like the motivation is my interest in photography and wildlife. That is the only motivation I have. And yeah, some support from my family too, and some motivational support from my family too. That is it. So it's like they never ask me to stop going to jungle. They never ask me to stop meeting wildlife animals. They never say that these wildlife animals are harmful. So it somehow I get motivated with it, that yeah, I can go out, I can do whatever I want with this wildlife photography.
Okay, your interest and your family is a strength.
Yeah.
That's great. Sir, what is your viewpoint regarding the biodiversity of Northeast India? Are you interested in enriching its beauty by your photography skills?
Yeah, of course. I have heard that northeast of India is really beautiful, and nature loved that place. So I am really willing to go there, and I'm really willing to enrich the to let people know that how the northeast part of India is, how beautiful, how rich in nature, how good the people are there. So really, I'm waiting to go there. I have few plans to go there, and maybe very soon I'll go there, and I'll let my audience and other people know that how beautiful the Northeast India is.
Okay, sir, you are really welcome.
Thank you.
Sir, now I would like to ask you some suggestions on shooting birds in flight.
Birds in flight.
Yes.
First of all, you need to know that what is the behavior of the bird, how the bird is behaving, because when birds start flying, after that you get ready with the camera. It's you're not able to capture the bird in flight, or you may miss, or your picture will come will get blurred. So first of all, you need to learn about the behavior of a bird, because every bird have different behavior before they go to flight. Some birds spread their wings, some birds start wagging their head. So you need to learn about a particular bird, that when this bird is going to fly. After that, get your camera ready, and keep on your shutter speed on very low, like very fast, and then focus on eyes. It's like whenever your bird is flying, either sitting, either whatever it is, just focus your camera on the bird's eye, and then start clicking. And you have to click continuously. Like start, you need to put the camera settings continuous shoot and start clicking.
Which is your favorite place?
Favorite place. I started from the place where I live. Still, I have when I go out in balcony, I see many birds around me. Either I have camera, or it's like I don't have camera at the time in my hand. First of all, there are many national parks in India, and I like to go to Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. That's very beautiful place. You'll find many birds, many migrated birds if you go in winter. In summers also you will find small birds, bee eaters, and all kind of small birds there. Also, there is one bird sanctuary, which is Keetham Lake Bird Sanctuary, or you can say Sursarovar Bird Sanctuary in Agra. So that place is also really very beautiful. So I also went to that place. Other than that, for wildlife shooting, I have been to Saiska National Park for twice or three times, and also now I'm planning to go to Corbett. So I think these are the places where you can go anytime, and you can spend money for safaris, and you can shoot there. But the adventure is when you go out to no man's land, and you find new places by yourself, and then you find new animals, new birds there. So adventure is that. I always do that. I always find new places. I always find new birds. I always find new species, and that's the adventure. So find new places around your place, like 50 to 100 kilometers. Go in wilds, go to no man's land, go to unknown places, wherever you want to go, and then find new birds, new animals, and shoot them. That's the real adventure.
Sir, hope to learn photography tips practically in field.
Of course, definitely. Anytime, welcome.
Sir, do you believe that every time you have new experience related to photography whenever you go out? Do experiences differ?
Yeah, many times. There are, you find different species, you find different birds. They have different behaviors. So you always need to keep on changing your strategy to shoot those birds. So you may find sometimes small birds who are really fast. Sometimes there are some raptors who are really in attacking mode always. So sometimes they attack on you also. So you need to keep on changing your strategy on every subject. Like every bird, you need to keep on changing your strategy. So the experience is always new. Whenever you go out, you find different. Every time I find a new bird. Every time when I go out, so I always need to plan accordingly. So every time I plan differently. So every time I go out, the experience is different.
Okay. Sir, we are nearly to the end of this session. Now I would like to know, how do you feel when you come back home after a
I
long day?
feel I really I work in a corporate for 5-6 days, and after that I got one day to go out. And when I come back after the long day shoot, I feel really what to say. I feel really relaxed. I feel I get peace of mind, and I get my mind to be my mind is ready for the next week, for whole 6 days working in my what to say, my service to a company. So it's like releasing your all tensions in just one day, and you are ready to for next whole week, and that is what I feel when I come out.
Sir, any suggestions to me? And
Pallavi, I have seen your Instagram channel. I have seen your YouTube channel, and we have been in conversation from past few weeks. So what I feel is you are really a dedicated person towards your work, and more you work, more you get experience, more you enhance the quality of your work, more you sharp your skills, and more you will be flourishing your career. So keep on doing this good work. Your photography skills are really good, and even your videography skills are also really very good. So keep on doing this work. You'll get more experience. You will be implementing those experience in your work, and you will be improving your quality. So that's my suggestion to you.
thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. I hope
Thank you.
when the audience will listen to your words, they will immediately jump into the world of wildlife.
Thank you, Pallavi.
If you like watching such type of content in my channel, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell notification so that every time I upload a video, you get notified. And thank you so much. See you soon with a new video.